Retro Rob plays everything.
Hey there, real gamers and all you gatekeepers out there. Retro Rob here. Today we're going to take a look at Art of Rally, which is a minimalist top-down rally racing game. And of course we're running it on the Macbook Air M1. This game is clearly not optimized for the M1. It's definitely not perfect, but you can get it looking good and playing good. And I'm going to show you how I have mine set so that you can get yours going nice and smooth. First things first, I do keep the VSync on. I'm not big on that generally, but I don't know. I've really been noticing tear lately. Man, I'm getting picky. I don't know. Just old and grumpy, I guess. Don't worry about this resolution here. This is set this way because of my recording equipment. So we're going to ignore that. You can just leave it on default. General quality is at medium. FXAA is on, so I've got anti-aliasing. You know, I gotta go check something on this because I've been laboring on the assumption that anti-aliasing is basically cost-free, but I'm not 100% sure if that's true on the Mac. It might actually have some cost to it, so I'm gonna have to go check on that. So look for that in comments down below if I've found that out, or if you know better, you know, don't be afraid, just throw down a comment and let me know. Ambient occlusions on low. I've bumped it up to medium. It seems to work okay, but I've been keeping it on low because it just feels smoother to me. Bloom. Distance blurs on auto. That looks really cool in the game. You'll see that in a minute. We've got film grain. Is on. Motion blur is off. I don't really care for motion blur, so that's a personal thing. I've not even tried running it. Volumetric light. Shadow resolution and distance are all set to low, but not off, which I think is the default. Vegetation distance is auto, crowd density is auto, and then of course we've got medium for particle quality. I found you can probably turn that up to high and not notice it. Alright, there we go. That's that with the graphics. Note that also I can use a wireless Xbox One controller with it. Thank goodness they supported that. I really appreciate it when independent developers like this go out of their way to make sure that the standards are supported. Because this is it. On new Macs, this is the control. Well, this or the PS4 controller, or PS5 controller, I guess, are the controllers that are officially supported. And there's still some developers that will go the backdoor route of supporting the old wired controllers. And it's not really a thing on the Mac anymore, and I wish they'd get that together. Okay, side rant, done. Got several modes here. Career, time attack. Rally games, I don't really... The career's quite a bit like a time attack anyway. I don't really get why they do that. Custom rally's really nice if you want to practice a particular course. And you're definitely going to want to practice courses and get better at them. There are online events. Look at how basic this is, by the way. I like this. You know, it might be too basic for you, but seriously, I'm going to hit begin and boom, I'd be in there. And then finally, there's free roam. Free roam's useful if you want to get used to how a car handles and not be under any, you know, quote, pressure of the race. The other thing is that there's goodies hidden around on the free roam map, so you might want to check that out. It's definitely worth it. But we're going to focus on the career mode.
Thumbs up, comment and subscribe or I will go Skynet on your butt.
Hey there, Future Rob here. I realized while I was editing the video that I did not read the developer's description like I normally do, so I'm going to do that right now. Note that the wording is their own. I'm not reading it wrong. There's a little bit of weird wordiness here. Anyway, Art of Rally. Race in the golden era of rally. Drive iconic cars from the 60s to Group B on challenging stages through stylized environments inspired by real worldwide locations. Will you master the art of rally? Do I got the creeper eyes right? I think I do. Hey folks, Future Rob here. And I just noticed while I was editing that occasionally the sound during gameplay cuts out. That isn't actually a thing going on during gameplay. The reason why it happens is because I'm playing the sound out of the Mac's speakers, and I have a sound gate that keeps out like extra, extra sounds like birds chirping and things like that that are actually going on in the background. Unfortunately, occasionally it was cutting out the audio from the Mac. So apologies. I hope that doesn't bother anybody, but note that that's not there in actual gameplay. All right, let's go on. All right, going into career mode. I'm still but a noob. I can't wait to get to the next groups. We're going to go to 1970. We're going to start here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do probably 3 different races with 3 different cars. So this isn't going to be a very cohesive video because of that. But it'll give you, I think, a better idea of the variety. And on this one, I'm going to use the first car, but notice that I've got a few cars unlocked and that there are variants of each, and you unlock special variants as you go along. You also unlock the cars. So when I first started, I only had access to 2 cars. I have access to 5. And more to come, I'm guessing, as the races continue. Alright, I'm going to pick this one, and we're going to get a race in here in Norway. Alright, so some notes about this kind of rally racing. You are focusing on speed. You won't see any other cars. However, you do not want to floor it throughout this entire race. You'll fly off the road. For sure. You see, I'm already doing it because I'm not focusing on what I'm doing. Another thing is I'm not going to race very well here because this game does indeed require really laser-like focus. And again, hard thing to do when you're talking. Keep a very good eye out on the hills and such, because it's very easy to wipe out. If you leave the track, it's going to cost you 5 seconds. You're almost sure to lose a position that way. So you really want to be careful how you're driving. You want to brake around corners. You want to not necessarily floor it, especially when you don't know what's coming up. Graphically, I think this game is outright beautiful. I love the look of it. And the driving controls are dead on. It's not real often almost messed that up. It's not real often that you can, feel the position of your tires. That feeling that you really feel like you're driving with a steering wheel. And this game has that. It's definitely a game where you kind of got to be careful. And it's definitely not... It is an arcade racer, but it feels less arcade than many simulations. It's just, I don't know. It's good, solid racing, and that's probably why it's so popular. Come on. Alright, so, dashboard's kind of minimalist. You can see how fast you're going, what gear you're in, and on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see how far you are along on this race. Come on. Yeah, see what I mean? I mean, sometimes you gotta really slow down. And you do not want to fly off this track. It's really gonna cost you, so... There we go. Made it through the race. Notice how it does get like dust and snow on the car over time. And over the length of a race, you'll actually have to take some time to clean that stuff off. And fix damage, because your car does take damage. I don't think it's very visible, though. Alright. Looks like I am currently in second position. Alright. We're going to go on. I'm going to switch cars, and we're going to try a different track. Here we are in 1978. I'm going to switch over to this little beauty. And let's begin. Come on. This car is a little bit more wily. So if you're a fan of watching me fly off the road and yelling, good chance here. Yeah, it's... Oof. Yeah, that was rough. Come on. Get back on the road. That cost me position for sure. One good thing you can do is keep your eye off into the distance. Ugh. So you know what's coming up. 'Cause there's times where you can see a lot of the track ahead. Come on. You can't knock those over, I found, those fences. Which is kind of a bummer because very often in rally games I just kind of plow through those. Not happening here. So here we have a rear-wheel drive car, and the handling is kind of loose. Ooh. You see I got some air there too. Come on. This is one of the longer tracks too. There's some very short tracks and there's some very long ones. This one's fairly long. Not even halfway through yet. Come on. Although I'm not showing it right now, I've had some spectacular crashes in this game. The terrain can really allow that to happen. I'm gonna have to break up pretty soon here. There we go. Good. Go play some soccer. Go. Here we go. Oh good, I'm going to be able to get up some speed here. And again, I was starting to catch some air. There we go, good. Parking brake action there. Oh no! I mean, look at that. Not an easy corner to get through. I'm sure there's some people out there that could skillfully, like, just tear through that corner. I suppose even I probably could if I raced this track quite a bit. And that's basically what this game is about. Ooh. Come on. There we go. Alright, let's do one more race. It's inside the body of the car there. Alright, just for the sake of variety, here we have Japan at night. And I've got myself a fairly beefy car. And I am going to consider this successful if I just don't fly completely off the road. Come on. So this one's hilly, twisty, and I've got a fairly fast car. Come on. It's actually not sticking to the road too bad. Come on. There, nice. I always feel like I'm just starting to speed things up when I hit another corner. There we go. Ooh. Believe it or not, this thing really doesn't corner that bad. Not as bad as I'm making it look anyway. I'm really afraid of getting it stuck in number 2. I can't see as much of the road as I would like. Since it's dark out, I mean, I'm really kind of racing blind here. Ah! Don't like that. Don't like those stepped hills. There we go. There we go. Driving through town at night. Nobody has their lights on either. There we go. Come on now. Those trees, aren't they awesome? Caught some air. That was nice. Ooh. This reminds me of Turbo in the arcades when it had those dark levels. Really conveyed a sense of driving at night, and I think this does too. I mean, this... Oh, really feels like I'm heading down the road at like 3 in the morning or something. 2 or 3 in the morning. Again, if I knew this track better, I'd definitely... No, I'm not going to run into a rock. That probably cost me a position right there. Yep, they always like to throw you a curve at the end. Nice fire. Nobody around the fire, by the way. Whew, alright, there we go. Nice. And that's about it for Art of Rally by Fun Selector, running on the MacBook Air M1. Again, Not a very optimized game for the platform, but with the right settings, it's fun, looks good, and the game itself is really good with lots of depth. I really like this one. It's not your average racing game. It's not what everybody expects out of one, and I think that's what's really good about it. It's just something, it's something different, and something that you can spend a lot of time on. So definite thumbs up for me. The game's about $25 on Steam. Generally, it's on sale right now as I'm recording this for 20 bucks. I'll put a link down below in the description. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. If you got any other Mac games you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. Bye.